All right, well, welcome to the next episode of Meet the Band, and I am here with Sam and Liz from the Blackbird Rock Company at SNJ Studio of Music. So welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, let's just start off with some quick introductions.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. Okay. I'm Liz. I've always really loved music and everything like that. My dad played in bands. Music is pretty much surrounded all my life. It basically runs in my veins. I got into Blackbird around 2 years ago in the summer because my vocal teacher told me about it. And she was like, hey, you should try out for this. And it's just been the best experience ever since. This is my first time doing the school semester. I've usually only done the summer, but it's just so amazing. And I'm a vocalist.
Awesome.
I have been doing, I did voice lessons when I was 8, and I've loved music, and I've always I love to dance, and I love to do all that stuff. And my dad encouraged me to start playing bass because he used to play bass, and I'm a singer and a vocalist. I'm not a singer and a bass player. And and my voice teacher, who teaches lessons at SNJ, she encouraged me to audition when I was 13. And it's been one of the best experiences ever. And I met so many people, and I've expanded my musical horizons. So yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. So Liz, you talked a little bit about, kind of growing up musical and whatnot.
Yeah.
I kind of always am curious when kids get into these programs that are, rock themed, did the genre expand your music taste at all? Or were you already kind of listening to that music a lot when you got into it?
Definitely got me more into 90s grunge. We do a lot of that. We've recently branched out a little bit more into classic rock and stuff. But I feel like it definitely expanded my music horizons because before Blackbird, I was more like a indie kind of kid. I liked more of that genre, and now I'm 10 times more into rock than I ever was. But yeah.
Nice. How about you?
I grew up listening to just whatever. I used to be listen to pop music a lot as a kid. And my dad would play all the songs that he used to listen to as a kid. I'd be like, what is this? Turn this off. And now I've really come to appreciate it. And I listen to it a lot more, obviously. So.
Did he ever play the name the artist game with you in the car?
No, and
tell
I'm
me
grateful.
who this is.
This?
Oh gosh.
I'm grateful for that. No.
Nice. So you kind of already gave a little story or backstory history on when you got started. You've been vocals the whole time and whatnot. Have you sang any other places, like at school or anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do show choir at school. I do a bunch of talent shows at school. I actually recently did Omaha Mobile Stage. I did one of their talent shows, and that was super fun. And yeah, I mean, I've been singing, I think, since I came out of the womb, if I'm going to be completely honest. I did church choir, all the things.
Okay. How about you?
Yeah, I would sing. My voice teacher would have recitals, and I would be performing through that. And, but never in my grade school, didn't have very many opportunities for singing. We never had a choir. But I would always sing by myself and teach myself how to do things. So yeah.
Nice. So I, anecdotally know a little bit about Blackbird Rock Company from the website and whatnot, and I think I've seen you guys perform maybe once or twice at the talent show and whatnot, but maybe just give a little overview on what does that program look like? What does your week or semester look like at Blackbird Rock?
Well, I think Sam could probably speak more to it than me because she's been in it a lot longer than me. But for me, I mean, we have rehearsals every Monday now. I don't know if that'll just be in the school year or if that'll
Tuesdays.
Switch. Yeah, because it used to be Tuesday nights, but once a week. 7 to 9:30-ish.
Yeah.
Depends on the night.
We really just work on, at our first practice, we do semesters for school year, and we do a summer semester. We have re-auditions for those, and anybody can audition. And we just, at the beginning, we pick our songs that we're going to do for the year. The semester. And it's a collaborative effort, and we all pick songs that we like, and we vote on them, and we make sure that everybody likes the songs that they're playing. And in our practices for the rest of the year, we practice all of our music, and then we go and perform them, and we just keep adding on to our set list. And if we decide, yes, and if we decide maybe we don't like the song, we just learn another one. Yeah.
Nice.
R.I.P. 3s and 7s.
So I know you guys had a show this last weekend at the Waiting Room, right?
Yes.
That's a great venue, isn't it?
I love it there.
Their sound system is always so fantastic, and their lights. Oh, I love it. I love that place.
Yeah. Was that your end of season show?
No, we have another one on April 26th.
Yes.
Next Saturday.
Oh, wow.
And yes, and then we have
Junk
Stock on May 4th.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And then obviously the festival.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then auditions are on May 3rd.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so
cool. So what hearing about this festival, what was that like for you guys when you heard that we're going to have this new first of a kind festival in Omaha?
I'm honestly really stoked. I mean, I am so excited for any chance to perform, but I'm really excited to be around like a bunch of other people who are like-minded, probably our age, in bands and stuff like that, and just see so many different perspectives of music and everything. I'm so excited to perform, and it's going to be awesome.
Yes. I think that music is a very powerful thing, especially like for kids, young adults our age. And I think that it's something that people are very passionate about. And I think that other kids like to see other kids doing music too and making music. And I think I like watching like other bands like School of Rock and Omaha Conservatory of Music. I like watching other people. I like to see them be passionate about things that they're doing. And I think it's a very good opportunity.
And on that, I feel like it's a like learning experience almost. You can take things away from watching other people perform, like, oh, their stage presence is excellent, or oh, the stylistic thing they did is super, super cool and everything like that. So I feel like, it's just amazing. And I feel like people in like the music community, we're a little bit differently wired mentally, I feel like we're a lot more emotional, but we don't really have a lot of ways to verbally describe it. So I feel like music is really where we take that out. So I feel like we all have that, I don't want to say solidarity with each other. Like, I get
Connection.
you get me. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we talk about that in a few of the previous interviews with people. And I mean, as a parent with a kid in the program, like, it's pretty obvious from our perspective. You guys can correct me if you see differently, but like a lot of times kids come into these kind of programs and like, it's where they, the cliche phrase is like they find their people.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like a lot of the people in these programs spend way more time with the kids in their band than they do with the kids that they might go to school with or something like that. Right. You guys see that obviously then too.
Absolutely.
100%.
I mean,
I've met a lot of friends. I've become friends with obviously Liz. And some people like our band is eighth grade through 12th and 12th, and people who leave, I'm still friends with them and I still talk to them, and it's nice to know that they're still there. And it was great.
Shout out to Riley. I miss you, Queen. Wish you could be here today.
So where do you guys see in your individual careers, music playing a part in your life as you get older and you get out of 12th grade, you go to school, get a job, whatever? You're going to start a band, going to try to make music your main thing? Is it always going to be something on the side, or what's that going to look like?
Well, I'm going to college next year, north of Missouri State. I'm so excited. I'm going to be majoring in vocal music and music education. Cool. And a big part of deciding that was being in this program. It's just had such a huge impact on me. Like, before, I wanted to be a meteorologist, and I still am very big into weather. So excited for the storm tonight. But
I was a weather forecaster in the Air Force for 10 years.
That is awesome. Nice. But like before this, I thought, music wouldn't be an option for me. I'm not good enough for that yet. And then I auditioned and I went full send with it. And I mean, this program has just helped me so much engage with like, just know how to be on stage, build my stage presence, everything like that, be so much more comfortable. But anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. I'm going to major in vocal music and music education. And I really hope while I'm off at college to start a band and be able to continue something like this, because I'm going to miss Blackbird so much. Right. Hopefully come back and see a few gigs of Blackbirds when I'm back in town. But yeah, I really want to continue pursuing music, because it's just, it is my biggest love. I love it so much. It's everything to me. I eat, sleep, live, breathe, pray music.
Nice. How about you, Sam?
I'm not going to college yet. I'm only 16, but when I joined the band when I was 13, I was very little. I was very scared. I was like, I don't know how to sing in front of people. I was like, and this has just taught me so much, and how to really, it helps me like in my daily life. I know how to talk to people. I know how to like perform. It's just helped me so much, and it's really also helped my vocal capability. And I also learned how to play like bass because of this. One semester we didn't have a bass player, and my dad was like, well, I know how to play bass, so you should do it. And now I'm the bass player now. So
it's fantastic.
Thank you. And it teaches me so much every day. And Emily and our director, Emily, is always teaching us so much, and she's always helping us. And
So yeah, with the festival, right, like we mentioned, the goal is kind of multifaceted, right? So we want to provide a platform for you guys to be able to showcase and play in front of a big crowd and whatnot. But we also want to kind of introduce that next generation, right? To be able to see kids that are slightly older than them up on the stage and, you know, think, whoa, I didn't even know that was a thing. Like I didn't know you could be in a band when you're 13, right? What advice would you give to that, you know, 8 to 12-year-old that's out there watching that is like, I want to do that?
Honestly, full send it. Practice, practice, practice. Go for that audition. If you get rejected, rejection is not like the final say. Rejection is just redirections is what I like to say. So like if you don't get it the first time, try again, try again, try again, try again. Just keep going, keep building. And just have fun with it. Don't be nervous about what people are going to think with you. That was like the biggest thing that like threw me off when I was trying to develop my stage presence and stuff. Like I would like kind of stand there all stiff while I was singing because like I was like, oh my gosh, people are going to think I'm a weirdo. And then like this past weekend, I'm like jumping around in circles on stage and just having a good time. Probably looking ridiculous, but I'm having fun. And so honestly, just like have fun with it. Don't be afraid of what other people will think of you because in the end, that doesn't really matter. You live your life for you, not other people. But yeah.
Good advice.
Like what Liz said, you just really have to be confident in yourself, and it's very hard to build that, but just really go for it. And if it's something that you want to do, don't be scared of it, because if you really want to do it and you're passionate about it, you should definitely do it, especially like for young kids. That's something that I think that needs to be taught, that you shouldn't be scared to do what you love. No matter what it is. And I think if any kids see any of the bands performing and they're like, I want to do that, they should definitely go for it. So
awesome. So the last question I like to ask everybody is, you know, the viewers at home watching this online and whatnot in the Omaha metro here, what can they do to help support the Blackbird Rock Company and you guys as, you know, teen musicians looking to perform and get your feet in the door? Honestly,
come to as many gigs as you can. Crowd interaction is so important. And sometimes it's a little difficult for like young bands and young people in bands to do a lot of crowd banter and stuff when it's just our parents in the crowd. Sure. So like having more young people in the crowd would be so amazing. And it's so important. And also just to expose like younger people to like live music. Cause I feel like in recent years, live music, unfortunately, hasn't been as popular and stuff like that. And my dad has told me about, you know, the Ranch Bowl and stuff like that. And he's like, oh, all these places were so amazing when I was younger. And I'm like, I want that so bad. So just really bringing more people in and exposing more people to that and exposing the youth to how amazing live music is. Because, I mean, you can't really get anything like that or a feeling like performing live anywhere else or seeing a performance live because, like, it's not the same on Spotify or iTunes or something like that. Like, just... you know, bring lots of people, bring lots of young people, bring lots of teenagers, because it's just an amazing experience.
Awesome.
And follow us on check out our social media. You don't have to follow us, but come. We post wherever we're having our gigs, and come. We always post promotional things. We're always just come see what we have to offer, I guess. And
I might pull up in my prom dress to the next gig. So come to find out. Gene Leahy, April 26th.
And it's a good segue into the obligatory follow, subscribe, Future Rockers. And May 17th, we will be featuring the Blackbird Rock Company along with 7 other teen-led bands out here in our own backyard in Omaha. And I hope we have the place packed to the gills with everybody to come out and see you guys. So thank you guys so much for coming and sitting down with me today. And we'll see you next month.
Thank you so much for having us. This has been awesome.
Absolutely.